one, I most of the time just want to understand who is sitting on the other side of the table. You know, what's important for them, you know, who they are. And if there is a person that I'm really interested in finding more about them, if it's somebody that I see that we might be able to help each other in the business, then I schedule another appointment and another one. If not, that's fine, you don't have to, but you need to understand that in order for a relationship to develop, one-on-one is not enough. And again, talking about the online endorsement as a way for us to pay it forward.
And just to touch on one-on-one, because I had people here that came to me and say, hey, you know, I met with this person and such, and all what he was trying is to sell me. And it happens from time to time, but I give you the permission here. If something like that happens to you, it's okay to stop that person and say, that's not the way, you know, we do one-on-one here. I want to learn about you. Tell me about yourself. And if they insist, it's okay to say, you know what, it's not going the way that, you know, I want it to go, and it's okay to leave. Because it's very important for us to really protect what we have here. We have something which is really unique. And one or two persons can destroy it, right? Because if it's more than one, people will say, I'm not coming again. And guess what? It's a domino effect. So I'm really, you know, hard at this point to protect what we are trying to build. It's very precious, it's very unique, and it's huge. So it's very important. If something like that, and it could be someone who is new, who doesn't know yet, it's okay. But if it happens again and again, it's okay to stop that person. If they don't understand, you know, walk away. Because we want to create and build a community where we are all in the same mindset. That's why it's the all, you know, like-minded people, and we want to feel safe in this environment and not feel bad. If you want to create an environment of endorsement, edification, speaking highly about each other, we cannot allow something like that to be part of us, right? So your cooperation, that is very important if we want to make this a 10,000, you know, business owners community. Leverage. The power of leveraging. And being part of a community has leverage. And we looked at the definition of leverage, and what it says is, in the physical sense, leverage is an assisted advantage. As a verb, to leverage means to gain an advantage through the use of a tool, right? And that's leverage in the medical, right? But in business and in commerce, the enhanced power available to a large company, the supermarket chains, have greater leverage than the single outlet enterprise. So being part of this community, being part of this group, we have leverage which can help us versus being by ourselves. So do you want to talk a little about?
So just some examples for how we can leverage the community is building strategic partnerships, sharing resources and knowledge, things that we already discussed. Mastermind group. We definitely encourage you, if you find people that you have very good communication, you know, you can meet as a group outside of this group and start talking about, you know, brainstorming ideas that might help you. And starting some mastermind groups. And mastermind groups cannot be a huge group, it needs to be a few people, right? The other thing is education. We really encourage each and every one of you, and I talked to Ali before, and Ali you know, he has a lot of success in his background as an entrepreneur. So he can definitely teach us some principles of entrepreneurship. So if you have something that you're passionate about, and Ken did the same with regards to green living, if you have something of value as an educational thing, you know, that you can teach the group, you're more than welcome to, even if you're not a professional speaker, you know, come here, it's a safe place. I don't enjoy speaking to the crowd as well. So for me, I'm very nervous about it. And the last thing is, again, public speaking as a tool. You know, if we want to be leaders, leadership is influencing people. And if you want to influence people, you need to learn how to be a good speaker. So that's your opportunity to practice.
So just to touch on that, so there are some of us here that like to speak or are looking for speaking opportunity. So guess what? Being part of Successful Thinkers, it gives you almost an endless opportunity to speak in front of a crowd every day of the week, all year long. Because there are over 200 chapters of Successful Thinkers across the country. And just here within a driving distance, there are about 20. So if you like to speak, it gives you an opportunity to speak. If you want to practice, if you want to get better, if you want to get more confidence, it's a safe environment to do that. And that's why we do not bring speakers from the outside. It's a principle for us, right? We want to give the speaker opportunity to help support our members, whether you're a speaker or not. If you have something of value, if it's another opportunity for us to get to know you and to get, to improve on what you want to improve. So in closing, we kind of took some of the things that successful thinkers, and we cover it every week about the 9 steps to success in general, but we kind of minimized it to being successful through this environment. So we took all the things, and we believe that those are the 6 steps that are really important to be successful within our community. And the first one is showing up. Guess what? If you want to be part of the community, you need to show up to the community, right? If you come once a month, that's okay, but it's more difficult to build a relationship, to get people to see you. So there is really value of being here every week, of people get to know you, become comfortable with you, and when down the road, business will develop as well, partnerships, whatever could happen. But showing up is 50% of the success. Being positive and edify others, and we talked about that before. We want to create an environment where we speak highly about each other. And that's why if you have something nice, for example, on our meetup page, if you have something nice to say, post it on the meetup. If you have a complaint, come to us, right? And we'll take care of it. But we want to create that environment of positive environment, positive energy, where we speak highly and we endorse each other. Invite new guests. And guess what? If you want to go, if you all get the vision that I've painted before of 10,000 small business owners that are part of our community, we need to invite guests. We need to grow this room. And I'm looking forward to have another row of table and chairs here in the front. We can easily dive.
Maybe even stand up. Maybe even have a room that is full of people standing up, like in the...
Right, because there's no chairs to sit on. But inviting new guests is very important. So we try every week to invite new people here. And if you do the same, this place will explode. And when you bring a new guest, you pay it forward to the others, because now it's another resource for the community, right? And if we all do that, we will all benefit from it. Get recognized. And that's something that I didn't understand at the beginning. But here's the thing. Being recognized is part of your exposure. And there are different ways to get recognized. Being a volunteer, helping out, being a greeter, doing anything that you will have a reason to stand out and get people to know you. So being recognized is very important in your exposure in the community. Set one-on-ones. So being here once a week is not enough to get to know each other. We really need to set up one-on-ones. And I've met people and business owners, they will say, I don't have time for that. Well, if you don't have time for that, you probably don't have time to grow your business. Because if you don't meet people, because it doesn't matter what business you are, you need people to do business. And if you don't meet people, you can't grow your business. And just on a personal level, when I was still in corporate America, I was busy doing my job. I didn't think about networking. And when the dot-com crashed and I was laid off, I realized that I have no